I remember when I was younger, I would watch the raindrops on the car window race each other, and the feeling of disappointment when the raindrop you vouched for didn't win. All the times when I would make mud cakes in my backyard and then try to convince my parents to eat them, and when I would pretend the floor is lava with my neighbours as we would leap from rock to rock. We would always cheat in the little games we played, but no one really cared, we were kids. Most of my memories were made in my backyard with my friends and family. Everything was so simple back then. I never thought about the outside world's problems like war, sickness, or natural disasters. I didn't have to. As the years went by, I started to notice the outside world and the impacts it had on me, including the impacts of COVID-19 for my personal life, school life, and health. The overwhelming effect of peer pressure and schoolwork as well. I started to care about people's perspective of me in my future. I knew I was growing up. People say that the real world is a cold and harsh place and how being a teenager is so easy, but I think they're wrong. For me, I think the hardest part of life is that phase when you're still a kid but are expected to act like an adult. It's that weird place where you're still waiting for the answers to life in that moment when everything makes sense. It's that confusing place where you are stereotyped for being disrespectful and reckless. We are expected to grow up and become an adult even though we are not ready. I'm not ready to finish my childhood. Without my friends and family, I wouldn't have become the person I am today. Without my neighbour, I wouldn't have been able to survive high school. She taught me everything I needed to know about staying alive socially. Without my best friend, I would have never gained the confidence to write this story or take a lot of other risks. Without my family, I would have never been able to make it mentally. They have been my cheerleader my entire life. I would be lost without the people from my childhood, and if I grow up and go into the real world, we will all grow apart and make our own stories. At the end of the day, that's a part of growing up. Your childhood must come to an end, but the memories and the stories we made, they will never die. I may not be ready to grow up, but what if I don't have to yet?